Listen, alcohol is just out in 2024. There is a rising trend of going alcohol-free or being sober curious, and alcohol, the truth is, it's just bad for you and can famously impair your sex life. So if you're looking for another way to unwind, relax, or just have fun, I cannot recommend Via's THC gummies enough. Via has gummies for every occasion. Whether it's to improve your sleep, I love their sleep gummies. I take them everywhere. Your mood or your focus. They even have an aphrodisiac gummy called High Love to boost my arousal levels. High Love has a unique blend of cannabinoids and aphrodisiac exotic herbs that are known for their libido enhancing effects. So I've been using Via for a while now, and I absolutely love them. They're a super trusted company. They use premium hemp, natural ingredients, and they're known for their premium indoor THCA flower. All their products are made here in the US. They got quick and discreet shipping to all 50 states, so you can all enjoy them, not to worry. And also super affordable. So head over to viahemp.com and use code Emily at checkout to save 15% off your order. That's VIIAHEMP.com. Use code Emily at checkout for 15% off your order and let me know what you think. Hey everyone, thanks for listening to Sex with Emily. We are starting off the new year by answering your emails that you sent to feedback@sexwithemily.com. We've got a long year ahead of us, and my goal is to give you the guidance you need to have better sex and relationships. So thanks everyone for listening to the show, and I'm going to tell you about things that will improve your sex life. You know, I only tell you about products and things that will help you. So let me tell you about Jeju. They make high-quality premium sex toys. They're all rechargeable, waterproof, powerful. Did I say powerful? Powerful, and designed to hit her in all the right places. And you can play with them together. So they have, and they're all like just you wouldn't even know that, like if you're into like your iPhone and you love the way it comes packaged, it kind of comes packaged like an iPhone. Like it has all these really cool chargers, and it's they're just high tech. They're cool, and you can use it with your partner. They have, you guys have heard me talk about the Jeju. It's Mimi for years. It's amazing. It's a great one to use during intercourse, clitoral stimulation. But my new favorite, sorry Mimi, is the Mio. It's a penis ring, but it's a penis ring like no others, okay? So it's one size fits most. You can go around his penis. You wear it during sex. It's a really powerful vibe. And I'm just telling you this because I actually, to be honest, had a really good experience with it this weekend. I'd used it before, but now I really got into it. The vibrations are so intense. He loves the vibrations. They feel great on his areas. Plus, it's not only a penis ring. You can take it off, wrap it on your fingers, and use it anywhere you want on the body. And it's just the coolest toy. They've got the Fifi, which is a dual stimulation for clitoris and G-spot. And I'm just obsessed with these toys. I've been talking about them for years, and I love them. So check them out. They are next level sensations. And also, they're beautifully packaged and discreet. Leave them out. No one knows that they are mini orgasm machines. So just use code Emily and you get 10% off your purchase at jeju.com. That's JEJOUE.com. Use coupon code Emily for 10% off. Thanks for listening.
Look into his eyes. They're the eyes of a man obsessed by sex. Eyes that mock our sacred institutions. Bedroom eyes, they call them in a bygone day.
Hey, Emily, you got a boyfriend? Because my man E here, he just got his heart broken. He thinks you're kind of cute.
A girl's got to have her standards. Oh, my.
Do women know about shrinkage?
Isn't it common knowledge?
What do you mean, like laundry? It shrinks?
Can we not talk about sex so much?
Are you kidding me?
Oh my God, it feels so good.
Being bad feels pretty good. But you know, Emily's not the kind of girl you just play with.
Thanks for listening to Sex with Emily. We're talking about sex, relationships, and everything in between. For more information, go to sexwithemily.com where you can listen to all of our podcasts. Sign up for our mailing list, which you should do. A lot of you have been doing that lately, and I've been getting great feedback. And I love send you a newsletter once a week with some important tips and ticks and trips to.
I don't want any ticks.
Dude, Menace, I haven't talked.
I know.
On
you're
the radio. It's Happy New Year, everyone.
That I'm around, that's why.
Oh, yeah, you make me so nervous. I'm shaking.
Yeah.
I'm here with Menace.
Hi.
This is our first show, 2015. Happy friggin' New Year.
It's crazy. And thanks for all the people hitting me up on Twitter and Instagram and all that, saying that they're excited that I'm here.
I love that.
I don't know, if I give any good feedback or input on the show, but I think they just like that I you know,
You
I
give me
poke,
crap?
I poke at you and
I know you make me
figure out
reveal
what's-
stuff that I maybe
Yeah.
wouldn't, and you give me shit about stuff that isn't even relevant anymore. But that's cool. If you guys are entertained by him poking fun at me, that's awesome. And you do give good advice from time to time. No, but I'm happy to see you, and I hope this is going to be a great year.
Yeah.
I'm feeling good about it. I really am. I feel like a different person, actually.
Oh, that's good.
I took time off. So did you. What were you going to say?
Honestly, no, I got a whole different vibe from you when I saw you today, that you're a different person.
How?
Because usually, like, when I see you before a show, it's just like this crazy, like, Tasmanian devil mess of a person, even though I still love you. But just, like, all over the place, you know? And now you just seem, like, really focused and relaxed. I don't know what the hell's going on, but just keep on doing that.
I am. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. And I have to say, well, I finally took some time off. I went away for almost like 10 days with my family, which normally people go with their families and they need a vacation from the vacation. But you know, my family's pretty chill.
Yeah.
I went to Florida. I was with my mom for 5 days at her place. And then I went to my brother in South Beach with my nieces. Have you ever been to South Beach?
I haven't, but
It's crazy.
I've been
It's
to
like Vegas
Orlando.
on steroids. No, Orlando is not. The rest of Florida is all interesting. That's where always all the weird thing. People cut off people's heads and you find it floating in swamps and stuff.
Yeah.
Or they do weird shit. But let me tell you about Miami. It's like South Beach is kind of like Las Vegas, but it's kind of like, I mean, really everyone's beautiful, working out. Like it's very, I mean, it's kind of materialistic and everyone, like it's about the nightclubs and like it's really flashy. But it was a freaking great time. We were on the beach. I went running every day. And the other thing is, I've been meditating twice a day. I've always been done meditation. Like I learned meditation about 10 years ago, but it never was part of like my day-to-day practice as I always wanted to be. And it's every day, twice a day for 20 minutes. And I seriously think it's really helping me be clear and focused. And
Good.
I feel relaxed. I think also, I mean, most of all, it's really just the time off because I haven't had a vacation in a million years. So it was good.
That's
and
great.
I'm so excited about everything this year and about the shows because this is actually going into our 10th year of doing Sex with Emily. I mean, we kind of started in 2005. Yeah, 2005. And 2005. And so I've been thinking, I actually just created a survey because I want to hear, like this year, I know you like the shows and I love that you've all been listening, but I want to take them to the next level and I want you all to be really happy and I want to hear from you. So it's a survey that I'm going to be tweeting out, you know, putting on my website, putting in the newsletter, all that stuff. However you find me, it's Sex with Emily across the board on Facebook and Instagram and Twitter. And it just like takes you like 3 minutes to answer a few questions about what they want to hear, what they like, what they don't like, what you like about Menace, all that stuff, or you don't like about Menace. And I think it'll help us make better shows.
Good.
So I feel good. How about you, Menace?
I'm great. I'm loving living here in LA, as I've said in past podcasts. Doing a morning show. For some reason though, even though our morning show is doing really well, you know, I have 1 year left on my contract, so I don't know what's up after 2015.
Wow.
Who knows?
Have you been here a year yet?
About 9 months.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Okay, so
we're getting amazing support on the show that I do.
The Woody Show?
The Woody Show, yeah, on Alt 98.7 if you live in LA.
but can't they? It's a podcast too, no?
Yeah, you just search
Okay.
The Woody Show on anything. We don't.
It's not about boners.
Yeah, it's not about boners or sex. You're not going to learn how to, pick up women or anything like that. If you're really into pop culture and talking about
Right.
all kinds of stuff.
But you don't know if it'll get renewed, so but
yeah,
that's like
you
our
never
business.
knew.
It's
So
like,
yeah,
you never know.
So right now, 2015 is just about having fun and doing the best that I
You
can.
always have fun though. You're in Vegas or Disneyland. If
Yeah.
you guys should all just follow Menace on Instagram, if only just to see that he's either in Disneyland or Las Vegas like every day, and he's the hardest working person I know, and I'm not sure how he does all of that. He's Menace, right?
Yeah, just
Instagram.
Menace, MENACE, which is funny. So you're talking about traveling over the holidays. I went back to San Francisco, visited family, but on Christmas Day, I flew straight to Hawaii, to Oahu, and I went all over the island. And believe it or not, I was walking out of a restaurant with my girlfriend, and then about 5 minutes later, I get a notification on my Instagram saying that, hey, I'm a Sex with Emily listener. I just saw you outside the restaurant.
No way.
I wish I could have got a photo. And I wrote them back. I'm like, why didn't you say hi? They're like, oh, it was too late. And I was like, I couldn't believe it. A Sex with Emily listener in Hawaii.
That's so cool. Well,
spotted me.
hello, Sex with Emily listener. That's awesome, man. You're so
Yeah.
recognizable too.
That's really weird.
You are,
I
though.
don't think that I am, but
You are. You've got the look. And you're on billboards everywhere. But besides that, no, your glasses, your thing, your Menacisms. That's funny. I know I get bummed because there have been a few times where I've been out and people are like, I just saw Sex with Emily. Like, I remember one time I was like at Forever 21 or something. And this one, it was like a few years ago. And someone's like, I just saw Sex, or a year ago, I saw Sex with Emily. I'm like, why don't people think they can't say hi? Like, we're like some, like no paparazzi, no hello. It's like, I'd love you if you like the show and you listen. Oh my God.
Come say hi, please.
Say hello.
I
say
felt
what's
so
up.
bad because I would love to talk to the person and
But
see
that's so cute.
how they're doing and
They
all that kind of
recognized
stuff.
you.
Yeah, that was really cool. So
Because we were on a television show together too.
Yeah.
A long time ago now.
On the TV.
On the TV, which was good times.
Yeah.
And so this show, Menace, you know how we love hearing from our people. We're going to be answering your emails. We've been getting so many great emails lately. So feedback@sexwithemily.com. And man, our Facebook page is blowing up. People love our facebook.com/sexwithemily page because we put up really useful tips and tricks and all that stuff on there. And people ask questions through there as well. So you can do it that way. And so these are some of the topics we're going to cover. And then also sex in the news, of course. How to get your girlfriend interested in sex toys. Menace, you're going to want to listen to this one. Sex tips for busy newlyweds. A guy can't stand his girlfriend's family, jealousy, out of practice with sex, and just not having enough sex. Those are some of the topics we're going to cover on the show. And also, what else do I have to say here? Okay, let's go on some sex in the news. Oh, no, first, I want to say one thing.
All right.
This weekend coming up, or next weekend, I'm going to be at the Sexual Health Expo, which is in Los Angeles, January 17th and 18th. And it's $20, gets 2 people in for free, and it is the very first of its kind. And it's an expo, 2 days. People can come. The leading sex experts in the country that I've learned from are going to be there teaching workshops, all the latest and greatest products, toys. There's going to be party. You should come. There's going to be like a party night, award ceremony. And I'm giving the keynote on Sunday.
Wow.
Yeah, and it's just going to be really cool. So I would love to meet you all and just come and say hi. And I know because I was checking out the panels at sexualhealthexpo.com, and it's I'm really impressed actually because when they first asked me like 9 months ago, I was like, yeah, okay, never heard of this because it's the first one. But now it's like everyone's talking about it, and it's really going to be a special, cool, informative, super fun event. And you might get laid. Who knows? Everyone's going to have sex on their mind.
That rules.
Yeah. Okay, sex in the news. Menace,
right.
The window for online dating is now.
Okay.
So if you resolve to find love in 2015, I've got some bad news for you. Your window of opportunity may be a whole lot smaller than you think.
Uh-oh.
According to forecasts from Match.com and Plenty of Fish, 2 of the country's largest dating sites, the single most popular time for online dating, the window when the most people sign up, log on, poke around, will be January 4th from roughly 5 to 8 p.m., Zoosk, which is another dating focus site.
I had some friends hooked up off of that.
How do you? I guess people just do them all now, right? Everyone's like on Zook. These are
They're on everything.
everything. Why not, right? They say that it's the most traffic time was on Sunday after New Year's. So in terms of, so it says that in terms of the number of fish in the sea, it's all downhill from there. Exaggeration. Match has 2.4 million North American users, and Plenty of Fish has 90 million worldwide. So you can probably find a date. But across the board, dating sites see way more action between New Year's and Valentine's Day than any other time of year. So you've got like 2 months right now. So millions of people, like New Year's, but it's kind of hard waking up that day after New Year's, isn't it? An alarm for you get up at 3 a.m.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's freaking rough that first day back, and everyone wants to talk to you because everyone puts everything off in December. But everyone's like contemplating going back to work, and now they're like, I'm going to go online and date. So I guess that it says that. Oh, there's also a spike in post-holiday searches for porn.
I'm sure.
Everyone's searching for porn. And it also has to do with the dreariest of the winter months. And wait a minute. So
there was probably a lot of breakups during the holidays,
and
then they were looking into porn.
Okay, exactly.
You know, because that's a good breakup time because people don't want to buy gifts and stuff like that, you know?
Totally. Well,
So then they're online looking at porn.
Exactly. I always think that people break up over the holidays because, they don't want to buy gifts, whatever. But I guess the dumping season is kind of more like spring.
Oh, really?
Too. Yeah. But I don't know. You don't want to like. Sometimes if you're like, I'm kind of into this person, not like, do you really want to go to their family's house?
I want to start a new year, a new life without you.
Clear everything. Do you make resolutions?
No. I don't really. I mean, we actually, some friends of mine, we're talking about reflections, instead of resolutions, like reflecting on things and how you can make things better the next year, but not like saying, oh, we're gonna, do this or do that,
Yeah, that's good. Kind of reflect, because
Reflecting.
resolutions, the thing about resolutions is if you just say something like, I'm going to quit smoking or I'm going to find love, you have to have goals. You have to have measurable and strategic goals that you're like, I'm going to go on 3 dates a week, or I'm going to approach 3 people online. So you can have it measurable. That's how you're going to succeed with your resolution.
Yeah.
But if you just say, I'm going to lose weight, it's not going to happen.
Yeah.
Just I'm going to find love, won't happen. But you got to change your behavior so these things are more likely to happen.
I think one thing I'm gonna do that I did set a goal was I'm gonna be on this radio station in Santa Cruz like on the weekends.
Oh, you are?
Yeah, but I can do it from LA.
No, like your own little show? Big show? I don't mean little.
No,
You
it's
never
like
say little
it's
to a
a-
man. Oh, it's so cute. You're cute little.
No,
whatever.
it's like just playing music and then talking over.
That's
the music.
awesome.
Nothing big.
Okay, that's fun.
So hopefully that comes together. I already talked to them and everyone said okay. So hopefully.
Half Moon Bay Station?
No, not Half Moon Bay. Santa
What did you
Cruz.
say? Santa Cruz. Why do I think Half Moon Bay?
Yeah, well, it's pretty
so
close to Half
That's
Moon
really
Bay.
cool.
So if you're listening in Santa Cruz, I might be
What
on a
station?
station there.
You can't say?
Not yet, no.
Oh, geez. Why do you always do that? You're always dropping things and then not really dropping them.
You can't.
But that's cool. I'm happy for you.
Follow me on Twitter.
It's funny because people love you. Like Menace, you've been on the radio for like 10, like in San Francisco too. Everyone's like, you're with Menace. Like people who just tune in or they don't know, like, oh, you work with Menace? Like they all know you from you were on Live 105.
Well, I did
right?
radio in San Francisco about, maybe 16 years.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
It's crazy, and you're so young. Okay, the one thing I was going to say before I finish this article on Facebook about dating is that you'll like this, Menace, because we used to have a thing. We used to talk about changing your relationship status and how I'm against it always, that people don't need to know your biz. But it says that people are far more likely to change their relationship status in January or February than they are at any other time of year.
Yeah, that probably coincides. I mean,
Yeah.
a lot of people probably get together with somebody around Valentine's Day. Like, I screwed up once when I was in high school. I got with a girl. I think I've probably talked about this on the show before since we've done it together so long. But if you heard it for the first time, here you go. I hooked up with this girl a week before Valentine's Day in high school. And then on Valentine's Day, she got me a bunch of stuff. And I'm like, we've only really been together a week. I wasn't expecting anything. Didn't get anything.
Dude, your mom's a florist.
I know.
Dude, how hard is that?
Totally screwed up.
How did you screw that up? I feel like you'd be like, you're like 16-year-old kid or something.
I was like sophomore in high school.
I know. Guys always mess that stuff up.
I know. What's messed up, too, is because for some reason, I don't know why I didn't get flowers that time, but my mom would always hook me up. She would give me, like, giant bags of, like, single roses, and I would give them out to all the girls at school.
Oh, my God, that's
I was
sweet.
like,
They probably loved it.
The pimp, yeah.
Dude, that is so pimp. They used to do that at my high school where you pay $1. It was like a fundraiser thing, and you give, like...
Yeah.
And then they cut, like, the cheerleaders or whatever would come around and deliver them to the room, and you'd be so happy. And, like, a guy would send you one.
Yeah, I
And,
would
like,
just have like
girls
crazy roses. So like all the girls that didn't get a rose that day, I would hook them up.
Dude,
the
that's
storm
sweet.
a rose.
You've always just had such a big heart, really, truly. You
Try.
throw them a rose. You're like,
Yeah.
here's a rose, since you didn't
Here's
get
a
anything
rose.
else. Okay, so here's some more about stuff. Porn and the holiday spirit. A lot of people took some time out from all the presents and food to watch some porn over Christmas. Yes, because we are a very Christian culture and a sexual culture. Let's see. According to Pornhub's annual release of their search and traffic results over the festive period, they say that people were searching for it. But if it makes you feel any better about abandoning family time in favor of masturbating alone in your room on December 25th, at least porn lovers got into the festive spirit. So, MILF, do you know that MILF is like the top search term on
It is. Why?
always? I know you're like, I don't want to bang someone. No, but it's true. It's always MILFs. Well, now people were searching. Here's the naughty Santa's helper. That was the number one search term.
All right.
It
Somebody
kicked
must have
MILF
brought
out of
that
the
up.
way. What?
Someone must have brought that up in like pop culture or something like that. Where
No.
Then people started searching.
There's a
that.
list of them. Listen, so it makes sense because when else are you going to look for Santa-related porn? But it's a heck of a lot weirder to try it out in mid-June. And also on the list, a lot of step-relative-related incest searches because Christmas is a time for extending family coming over. That's kind of disturbing. Extended family coming over and overstuffed, which probably does not refer to how you feel after eating too much turkey. Gross.
Wow.
I know, like, oh, sexy stepdad, like, ugh. But here's the album mentioned. So not only were they searching for Santa's helper, Christmas F, they were searching for, just Christmas F.
Yeah.
Mrs. Claus, so people want to see Mrs. Claus
yeah.
getting double penetrated apparently, or something. And Black Santa, people who are looking for a multicultural Christmas.
Wow.
Yeah, Black Santa. Well, they're thinking, he might have a nice schlong or something.
I do have another theory too. I think a lot of people probably got electronic devices for the holidays, like an iPad or
right.
A Kindle Fire or like some new phone. So they're probably testing out what the porn looks like on their
exactly.
on
That's
their
the first
new
thing you do.
gadget.
Right. You used to like open up Yahoo or whatever, and now it's like how's my porn looking?
Yeah, how's the YouPorn? Is it crisp and clear on my new device or what?
I know, exactly. Well, I'm glad that everyone got into the holiday spirit somehow. But here's the thing about surfing for porn. It's like, and we've talked about this, and men and women do it too. But for guys, why would they take time off if they do it every day usually? And it has nothing to do with if they're in a relationship or not. You're going to need some release. And they do it. So there's nothing really wrong with that. It's not like Christmas, you can't do it. It's not like Lent, I guess, if you give up or something. But it's fine. Keep your habits going that make you happy. Unless it's obsessive and you have a problem with it, and then we'll talk. Okay, there are 7 people who had worse sex than you in 2014.
All right.
These are all like the top news stories. When we hear all the weird things, people getting things stuck in their vagina and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
The woman, number 7, the woman who had a sex toy inside her for 10 years.
Yes.
I don't know how she didn't know that. The teen who simulated oral sex with a Jesus statue.
Ooh, not good.
Not good. Anyone who tried to get better at oral sex by licking their phone. An app claimed it could improve oral sex skills. All people had to do was lick their phones.
God.
Dude, wouldn't that ruin your phone? The saliva?
I don't think it would ruin it.
Okay, so you're licking your phone and it's like it's like measuring your... Dude, that is not how you learn how to give a blowjob or oral sex on a woman. You need to listen to Sex with Emily.
Fall for that stuff all the time.
That's hilarious.
Like charge your phone in the microwave and then explodes. Like people fall for internet stuff all the time.
They do.
It's terrible.
Exactly. Okay, the man who just loves pool rafts a little too much. This man has been arrested 3 times for having sex with pool rafts.
Yeah, I heard about that guy.
Okay, Alaskans. A survey revealed that the average time Alaskans spend having sex is between 20 seconds and 1 minute. They're cold.
Wow.
I don't know. You think they'd want to do a little more to warm up?
No matter.
It's a country of it's a state of Minuteman.
Maybe. I met these people from Alaska and they just seem so goddamn miserable. I can understand
they're freaking
why
freezing.
now.
And speaking of freezing, Menace, I think like moving to LA, it's been 2 years for me now. I think I've just been thawing out for 2 years.
Yeah.
Because it was freaking freezing there. I mean, it was 50. It's between 48 and 53 degrees every single day. And no one tells you that when you move to California. I mean, you grew up in Northern California, but I, young girl come moving there from Michigan, thought California, palm trees, sunshine.
That always happens.
And it's, the tourists go there and they buy, but I lived there for a long time. And I just realized like today it's 86 friggin' degrees in LA. And I feel like I'm like, oh my God, it's warm. And I do feel like everyone's like, how do you like LA? I'm like, well, the weather's great, which seems cliche, but the truth is it really makes a difference.
Yeah.
In your mind, everything.
Yeah.
Like it's healthy. It's good for you. A little sunshine. Okay. And also an 84-year-old man who invited 2 17-year-olds to his house. He met them through a sugar daddy website. The 17-year-olds attacked him, tied him up, and robbed his house. That's your biggest fear.
Yes.
Well, because whenever I try to talk Menace into trying bondage, he's
like,
afraid
no,
that someone's
going
to
to
tie him up and steal his wallet.
My wallet's going to be gone. All kinds of crazy stuff.
And then number 1, the couple who got suctioned together while having sex in the ocean, they end up going to the emergency room so they could be separated.
Yeah.
Those are the people. So if you think your sex life kind of sucked in 2014, these people had it way worse.
Terrible.
Publicly, in a public manner.
There was what was it? I was hearing about this article of like crazy stuff that people got caught inside them in like 2014, and it was just insane stuff. Like, there was this one where this girl shoved a balloon into the guy's pee hole and then tried to blow up the balloon, and guess what? It didn't really work out for
Oh my
them.
God,
He
and then
had
you
to
got
go to the
infected.
Yeah.
Can you imagine going to the emergency?
This other guy like tied weights to his wiener trying to make it larger, which never works.
That does not work.
And they like clinched down, and he had to get it amputated.
His penis?
Yeah, because he had it on for like a couple hours before he went to the emergency room.
People really okay.
Like,
so
you don't need to do all
You can do
that.
Kegel exercises if you want to last longer and you want to have more orgasms and stuff like that. But really, you don't. There's all these sites about we get questions also. I do Love Line every night. Can I make my penis larger? What can I do? What can I do? You can't do anything. You're not going to get a penis enlargement. You can just work with what you have. Like we all work with our greatest assets, our greatest, gifts and things about us that we're challenged with. And I'm telling you, if you have a smaller than average penis or a penis that you think is small and you don't like, life will go on. You will find love. Things will be great. Don't friggin' get your penis amputated this year. 2015, that should be your resolution, guys. Accept and love your penis.
So then we got a call from this gynecologist. It's saying that he was checking a patient and was like putting whatever tools that they do in there,
right,
and found an 8-ball in there, and then the 8-ball like rolled out and fell out.
An 8-ball, an 8-ball from pool?
Yeah, from pool.
Like a black ape in her.
Yeah, yeah.
And she didn't know.
She didn't know it was
a
in
big.
there.
How do you not know that's like carrying a baby? Like that's huge.
I don't know, but and then
is that real?
It was real. It was real for sure. It was
Ouch!
real.
People, you have to be really careful about what you stick in your vagina.
There's like pornos where like people stick like wine bottles up there.
Yeah, or
I'm
you
sure,
go to Thailand and they like they shoot ping pong balls out of their vagina. Have you ever been to Thailand and seen those shows? Yeah,
no.
Good times. They're very adept at
but
making their
that's
vaginas
what I'm
do amazing
saying.
things.
Like, that's why like I'm saying the sex toy is a gateway drug to 8 balls in your vagina.
No, dude, listen to me. The sex toys are a prevention from you having to stick an 8-ball in your vagina. If you get a really good sex toy, you won't have to stick strange things. Like I remember hearing about the girl in high school who stuck like a remote control in her vagina and all that stuff. Did you ever have story like all the rumors?
No.
But like
I had a rumor like maybe a hot dog in there broke off.
Oh God, people! And let me just tell you about this. It's not. It's actually bad for you to mix the bacteria. Like your vagina naturally regulates the bacteria in it. That we have natural bacteria in it. And if you mix anything in it, like sugary things, you're like, oh, whipped cream in my vagina would be great. No, you're going to get an infection. And that 8-ball, God knows where it's been.
Oh,
dirty. Well, now we know that one's been. But it's like dirty. Things are dirty.
Yeah,
you don't want to put germs in your vagina.
I'm sure it wasn't like straight out of the package 8-ball. You know?
No, it's probably been sitting there in like some dusty room with some like old guys playing pool. That's disgusting. That upsets me, people. So please just use lots of lube and buy the sex toys that I tell you to buy. Because I believe, and I know that, oh God, this is my whole mission in life, that I do realize that the sex toy thing, when we started this, it was still kind of, I felt like I always had to explain like, hey guys, don't be intimidated. It doesn't mean but that she wants the sex toy over you. It can't cuddle. It's not going to replace you. But I feel like we've kind of moved past that. We're more than 52% of women have all had a sex toy. And of those, like 70% try with their partners. Yeah. And like I would say, like guys, I had a good experience. I had sex last weekend, just so you know. And I had a guy never used a toy. And of course, I'm his gateway. Because he's like, you always talk about these toys.
Yeah. You have this suitcase full of them.
Yeah, a house full of them. So we tried the Jeju Mio, which is a cock ring. Which, cock rings have been around forever. Men can use them to restrict the blood flow so they can last longer a little bit, help them last longer, help them stay harder. So now they made them, like in the last 10 years, they make them so they vibrate. So they're like round, they go around. There's a bunch of different kinds. There's cheap ones, there's more expensive ones, but Screaming O makes one that like you just throw away. It's like disposable. But the Mio, the one I was talking about, is rechargeable, and it's like it's like a powerful vibe, but it feels awesome, and it's like stretchy, and it's like one size fits most. And it was a friggin' blast. Like it just does all these cool things because it goes around the penis, then you can have sex, like normal sex. So it's hitting your clitoris, my clitoris to be specific. But then you take it off and it's like, it's just like a little ring. So it looks like a ring. It shrinks back down. So it's like a ring you put on your fingers. You could still use it on your clitoris, nipples. You could use it on his balls. And I'm telling you, it's not that I've been, okay, I haven't done this that many guys, but the guys that I have introduced vibrations to their balls have never complained. They've liked it.
So
and you can use it on your nipples. You can drag. It's just this really maneuverable. I don't know. It's the Mio. I'm just kind of. That's my new obsession.
We've never talked about.
Okay, go ahead.
As you're describing that, I'm thinking. So you're external, not internal.
The way that I orgasm.
Yeah.
I can do both.
Oh, okay.
But most women can. If they can do both, not most. It's typical for women to require a clitoral orgasm before they can have a G-spot orgasm, like a blended orgasm. So, like if my clitoris is stimulated enough, then I can, and then we're having sex, I can have both G-spot, clitoral, blended, whatever you want to call it. And so that just like boom. It's like it's freaking amazing. And so here's the thing. It's so
External's just such a pain in the ass, by the way.
Why? Because you have to use your mouth. Well, dude, this is what. Because
it's so much work.
It's work for you because you're thinking your mouth or your hands. If I gave you one of these memes or this ring and you held it on your girlfriend for like 5 minutes, what would you care? You didn't have to do any work. She had a crazy orgasm, and then you bang her, and maybe she'll have another one. So I don't understand. Like, I guess people, guys, if they have gone out of their heads, they have to realize that it actually it makes your life easier. It's like your new assistant. It should be your best friend because it takes if you don't enjoy going down and you don't have time. Let's say you quickie. You're like, oh my God, if I go down in her, it'd take 25 minutes. Or what did you say, Menace? Like, whatever. You're always like, can I do it for 8 minutes? But this thing it just helps you. It's like your handy helper. It's like, when you go to the gym and you what do you do to the gym to like make it more pleasant? You know how you put music on and it makes it go fast. You're on the treadmill and you're like, oh, I'm listening to music. That workout went by so quickly. Or it enhances. It doesn't take away.
All right.
That's all I'm saying. So thank you for asking about my orgasms.
Okay.
How did your girlfriend orgasm?
Oh.
Tell me you don't know yet because I
don't know yet.
Yeah, that's a good question. Okay. Well, let's get into the emails then about the people and from the people, about the people, by the people. But first, a quick word from our sponsors, who I love, and they help keep the show free for everyone. Fleshlight is the #1 sex toy for men. And it's the only one that you want or need because here's the thing. Guys use their hands. That's all you got. You got your hand or you have sex. And you're like, my hand's fine. It feels good. I know how to do it. Blah, blah, blah. I have an orgasm and I, go to sleep. But what if I told you that the Fleshlight, which is a male masturbation sleeve, could simulate the sensations of actually having sex? It makes your masturbation time so much better or just different because I know men love variety. And it's made with this body-safe material invented by NASA, and it's like stretchy. It looks and feels like the real deal. The Fleshlights, they come in so many different like textures and sizes, and some people say it feels even better than sex. Not that you ever want to have sex again. And also, there's the Fleshlight Stamina Training Unit. It helps you practice lasting longer and becoming a better lover. Plus, you'll experience some mind-blowing orgasms. And you can use it with your partner. She can give you a little hand job. Maybe since women are on their period or whatever, they don't have sex. She just whips out Madison's with my sister here with her boyfriend. She just gives him the Fleshlight. Says, have a good time.
Here you go.
Yeah, that's also your new best friend, women. So get your partner something. Buy it. It's gentle and sensitive on your skin, all that stuff. And for my listeners, go to sexwithemily.com, click on the Fleshlight banner, use coupon code Emily, and you get a free bottle of their award-winning lube. Or you can just go to fleshlight.com, use code Emily, award-winning lube. What else do you need but lube? Lube enhances everything. I love lube.
You've been pro lube since I've known you.
Dude, I know. I want lube in every nightstand. And I'm really getting on that track this year, I have to say. The lube thing,
You're
because...
You're going to visit everybody's nightstand?
I am. I'm going to deliver.
Santa Claus?
Yeah, exactly. You know how people like for the holidays, they like make homemade jam or like homemade whatever. Yeah. I'm going to make homemade lube next year and put it in little jars and just deliver it to everyone
like
I know.
Like a chemist.
Yeah, like a chemist. Exactly. That's what I'm going to do. Yeah, because lube also, just a note there about lube is that it actually, studies have shown that even if she's wet, it's not like if there's dry or discomfort, but even if she might already be wet, adding a little drop of lube actually increases a woman's chance of having an orgasm because it's a little more slipperier. It's a different kind of slipperiness. So, like, why not? Again, what about the lube? Leave it out there. What the hell, people? Okay.
Just do it.
Just do it. Okay. First question. Emily, on one of your latest podcasts, you had a script for introducing toys into the bedroom, but you only did it on a girl's perspective. You were here for the show, right?
Yeah.
I've been wanting to try out getting a toy in the bedroom with my girlfriend, and I don't quite know where to start. Neither of us have ever had any toys, and we always jokingly say, let's go into a sex shop every time we drive by one. Just wondering if there are any tips that you'd suggest that we do. Thanks, Jay. Okay, Jay.
All right.
Here's the deal. You're already halfway there. Next time, instead of saying, let's stop by the sex toy shop or driving by the sex toy shop, just turn into the parking lot and do it. Because there isn't a better learning experience for couples than to enter a shop together and explore everything that you've ever fantasized about. Because it's there. It'll provoke you. You'll see a bunch of DVDs. They'll watch porn. There's every toy under the sun. There's, lingerie. I mean, they have everything in there. And you can just walk around together and be like, what do you think of this? What do you think of that? Let's try something. And then you could really start to ask each other questions about what turns you on, And just buy one thing. You know, I always say like a good starter vibe, if you've never used a vibrator, is like the Pocket Rocket. It's a great one. It's just a little tiny, you know, handheld vibe. If you want to just, you know, it's like $20. You can also go to, if you're in the Bay Area or online, it's goodvibes.com. Use coupon code Emily for 20% off or for 15% off. But that's a great way. Or just like, you know, maybe you want to tie your partner up. 50 Shades of Grey is coming out. They've got whips. They've got, you know, light Velcro ones. It doesn't have to hurt. You can just blindfold your partner. They've got everything. So you can also just let her know that you want to see how much pleasure she can experience. And you think that trying toys together would be fun, especially if she jokes about it with you. It doesn't sound like she's working against you on this. And so, you know, I think I didn't give you a script for this, but it's the same exact thing I said last time. It's like, hey, I love our sex life together, babe. It's amazing. And I think if we brought a little toys in the mix or something fun, some props, it could go to the next level. Happy New Year. Let's take our sex life to the next level. That's what you do. Also, if you are in anywhere where there's a Hustler store, there's about 11 of them in the country. If you go to a Hustler store, you can tell them that Sex with Emily sent you and you get 20% off your order. So, Menace, what would you say to that if you wanted to? Well, you don't want to try toys, but if you did, do you just agree with me?
No.
I agree.
I agree. I agree. You know?
I haven't talked you into it after all this time.
I'm
going to just bring you
halfway
something.
joking all the time.
I know. Okay.
I wanted to, before I forget,
please.
Cameron Diaz, she got married, 42 years old, last
just
night.
Now? She did?
Yeah.
That's
she just
awesome.
got married.
She got married to Benji.
To Benji, yes.
Madden.
Wow, look at you knowing the name and everything.
I know. I was on vacation. I read People.
Yeah.
People magazine. That's exciting.
So
Good for her.
married.
She was always like
Yeah.
Going to get married.
'Cause she's like out there playing the field like you.
Uh-huh.
And
are you saying there's still hope?
There's still hope. You could
That's exciting. Where'd they get married? Was it a private ceremony or something?
Yeah, it was actually at her house in her backyard.
That's nice.
They've
been together 5 minutes.
Well, no, they've been together for a while, but they got engaged over the holidays in like December, and now they just got married real quick.
You know, typically I'm against rushing into marriage, but when you're a little bit older, I think that you know yourself a lot better. And so I wish her luck, and I'm happy for her and him. Benji. I hope that they live a long, happy life. Madden. I don't know how I knew that. I hope they live a long, happy life together. And it is true, though. That's why I always say don't get married before 30. And you know, she's 42, so she's she's been around the block. We know she's not a virgin, right? I mean,
no.
You know.
And
what else?
Over the break, Chris Rock got a divorce, or is getting a divorce, and the reason was he just didn't feel like being married anymore.
Because he wants to sleep with other people?
He just didn't want to deal with being married.
Like, does he have kids and everything and the whole thing?
Yeah, and apparently it's just like a mutual thing.
How long were they together?
They were together about 15 years.
Okay, that happens. I mean, here's the thing. I feel like if it's a mutual, I mean, how great if it is a mutual separation and you both just kind of fall out of love. You know, I think that's more typical than we realize. And people are always shocked and they feel like it's such a failure. But if you're with someone a long time and you don't work on things in your relationship, like your sex life, which I think people need to do, or things just go south, and you put in 15 good years, it wasn't great, you gotta leave it. But he doesn't feel like being married anymore. Sounds a little aggressive to me. If I was his wife, I'd be like, you're basically saying you don't want to be with me.
Yeah.
Right?
Out in the public.
Right. I don't want to be married anymore.
Yeah,
He's saying, I don't want to be married to you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So is it ugly? Is it going to be ugly? Or no, you say
No,
she seems happy. He's probably giving her a large sum of money.
Oh, I'm sure. Chris Rock, I think, is worth like $50 million. Oh, no, $70 million.
How many times does he I guess it was his first marriage.
This is only marriage.
Okay, well, you know, here's the deal. My next question. What were you going to say?
No, I was just saying it's funny that he's getting divorced because he just came out with a movie called Top 5, which is really good. I recommend people watch it if it's still in the theater when you listen to this podcast, or rent it when it comes out. But in the movie, he does talk with somebody else about getting a prenup for somebody else. Somebody else that got married in the movie, and was talking about like, oh, you wrote all the jokes. You're the one that came up with all the stuff, so you better get that prenup. You know, you made all the money.
Yeah, but she put up with you and your children and all that stuff, and raised the children, and did a lot of work. So, you know, I don't know. But
should she get half of all your money?
Dude, she lives in California. She's going to get half.
I don't know where they live.
I don't know. But yeah, you know what? I don't know. It's tricky. It's true. I guess people are so in love and they're like, oh, we'll never get divorced. It doesn't matter. But if you're together that long and you have children together, I get it. But dudes are really, I know a lot of guys that are contemplating divorce and then they look at the numbers and meet their lawyer. They're like, it's not worth it because I'm going to lose half my money.
Which is crazy. It's like,
I would make someone sign a premonition. I don't want them to take all my money, all my shoes.
If you're worth $70 million, like, all right, I'm going to give her $10 million. You think she could? I think she could live off like $10 million. She doesn't need.
It's the life she's become accustomed to.
Really?
That's what they always say. I've become accustomed to spending $20,000 a month on clothing.
No, it's crazy. You
but
see all these things like Holly Berry or whatever. She like breaks up and she gives her baby daddy
the model
like
guy
$80,000 a month, something crazy like that. Like
just for him.
Yeah.
That's crazy. They were together like 5 minutes and she got pregnant. And
yeah.
$80,000. He had a really good lawyer because they weren't even married.
People don't even make like half that in a year.
I know. Could you imagine just like, oh, there goes the $80,000. I didn't even notice from his pocket change.
Yeah.
The disparity of wealth in this country is really disturbing.
It's crazy.
But I'm not going to go off on that right now.
There's so many first world problems.
I know exactly.
In America,
exactly.
Like,
I'm very blessed. We're both very blessed. I couldn't pay anyone $80,000. But yeah, that's crazy. Yeah. Okay, so the next thing though is about newlyweds.
Okay. Let's turn around.
Next question, because newlyweds have issues too. Hey, Emily, started listening to your podcast and it's been great. I have a question for you. Let me set up the scenario. My wife and I got married 3 months ago. We've been together for 3.5 years. She's a manager for a restaurant, so her schedule is all messed up. Some days she works 7 to 5:30, others 9 to 9, or even 3:30 to 1 or 2 a.m. My job, I work Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 3:30. Needless to say, we don't see each other a lot, and that makes it tough on our sex life. We have sex maybe 1 to 2 times a month. For a newlywed couple, we should be having a lot more sex. So the question is, any advice how to get more? Thanks, Chris. Well, Chris, I'm so glad you're asking this question because yes, you certainly should be having more sex, especially as newlyweds. I mean, I know you've been together 3.5 years, but everyone should be having more sex than 1 time a month. If you're in a committed relationship, you should do your best and work on your sex life and work on whatever issues are preventing you from having sex so you're having sex more than once a month. So don't let this become the elephant in the room, meaning don't let it be the one thing that you and your wife both know isn't happening and not talking about. And you are hoping in your mind that some miracle time is going to open up where you're all of a sudden going to have time to have sex all day long. Because that just doesn't happen. It doesn't sound like it's going to happen with her schedule. So you need to talk about it and tell her that again, whenever you have these conversations about sex, and I'm going to start my resolution for 2015 to you people. I'm always saying, talk to your partner. Communication is lubrication. And what I realize is that that's so easy to say. You're like, oh yeah, I'll talk to him. But I think it's like that being able to actually sit there and have the words come out of your mouth and know what to say. Like, you should do it, but you don't really know how. So I'm going to start putting more words around that so you have the right words. So I think when you talk to her about it, you could say, babe, I know our schedule's so crazy and I miss being with you. I miss being with you sexually. I love our sex life and I really love connecting with you in that way and I miss it. So I would say, Chris, what does she suggest? Ask her what she suggests first and just say, like, what do you think about that? Because that's A, right? And then the wrong way to do B would be like, you're working all the time, then you come home and you're tired and we never have sex. I haven't had a blowjob since we got married. Do you know what that's going to make her do? That's going to make her vow never to give you a blowjob again and get mad at you for 16 other things. So it's not just about talking about it. It's about talking about it in a way that is proactive and that isn't without blame, without anger, without, hatred or threats. It's anytime you approach someone and you use like feeling words, like I've been feeling lately like, I really miss our sex life and what can we do about it? And you make it an issue with both of you. You're going to get a lot better results than just, be cranky and complaining. Because so many guys I know also are in relationships, they're like, yeah, I kept saying like, we doing it tonight, and then that's never going to make anyone want to do anything, right? The second someone's saying like, why haven't you done this yet? Why? There's just different ways of asking for things. So also, and here's another thing, Chris, I'm going to say, maybe you need to schedule sex. And the first time I heard about scheduling sex, just like you and everyone else probably, is that you think that's a friggin' buzzkill. I'm going to look at my calendar and be like, pick up dry cleaning, drive kids to dance lesson, and have sex. You're like that, whatever. But the truth is, if you know that you're having sex on Friday at 6 o'clock, then you don't have to all week long be anxious about it and worry about it and think, is she coming home or not? Then you know what's happening. You can start to think about it, get excited about it. Maybe you can have a little textual foreplay, text each other some sexy things, and then you know what's happening. So, plan out, I think date nights are super important for couples. And again, don't put the pressure on the sex. You can also emphasize the need for connection and intimacy if she's feeling like she's just too tired or whatever, stressed for sex. That happens sometimes when you have a lot of stress. So you could just say, I just want to be together intimately. You can give each other back rubs, massages, whatever it is. But I would plan out date nights, a night where and even if your schedules are changing, she'll know her schedule a week in advance. You can be like, okay, this week it's a Wednesday. So what do you think, Menace? Because you have a crazy schedule.
Yeah, I have a crazy schedule. And that you touched on what I was going to say was, what are you doing with your free time? Are you just staying home? Are you just sleeping in bed all day? And find things to go do that gets her excited to maybe go in bed. If it's just going to dinner, if it's
you don't mean
to
like
a
tequila
movie.
shots.
No, I mean
Right, no.
definitely.
But whatever
work.
it is, create a whole thing. Exactly.
Yeah.
Like have a date because we get excited when we try new things together. So yeah, take her to dinner. What have you done that's been a fun night? Is anything new, unique?
She loves Justin Timberlake. We go to a Justin Timberlake show, or it's like a concert, or just going to dinner at a nice place and stuff like that. Even though I'm like really tired, I don't want to go out, but I still go and do it anyways, because she's been at home the whole time and bored.
And that's one of the compromises you make in your relationship, so it doesn't fall apart. Because if you had it your way and you didn't have a girlfriend, you'd be home
at the house all
day. You would never leave.
Never leave until I had to go back to work.
Right, exactly. No, it's totally true.
Yeah.
And I get it. So it gets you out. And any couples who we try something new together too. It's exciting and it would be good for
Even it's like going to the grocery store together or something like that.
Right, cooking together.
Just doing stuff together. I mean, every day I just want to go directly home into my bed, but my girlfriend wants to go run errands somewhere, and then I go.
You do. It's nice of you. Do you
I go with her.
Yeah.
Even though
like
I
the
don't
last
want
thing
to
you do is be in traffic.
Yeah. I don't want to go do any of that stuff, but I still go do it anyways,
Now, was this something that you guys had to talk about in the relationship, or you just always compromised?
I just knew that myself, that I can't be like, not see her all day and then say, oh yeah, go run your errands. I'm just gonna be at the home sleeping and
I'd have a hard time with that. See, I would just want to be home and sleep.
Yeah.
I'd be like, and can you stop by Starbucks and I'll see you in 2 hours because I'm taking a nap.
Yeah, but you can't do that.
You can. You got to relationships
you have to
are
do
about
something.
compromise.
You got to hang out.
Absolutely. Okay, next email. Dear Emily, I hate my girlfriend's family so much. I adore her son, even though he's a little badass, and she and I have a decent relationship, but her mother, her aunt, her grandparents make me want to give up and move on. I love her, but knowing that they might be in my life forever scares me. I don't know what to do. They're so judgmental, start drama all the time, and I don't need or want the bullshit. Should I leave her and get my head straight and mentally prepare myself and maybe one day fix things, or stick around and hope there isn't a brawl one day? Thank you, Tony.
My recommendation on that is, why do you even care that much what they have to say? I mean, it definitely, if it like goes between you and her, like talk it out with her. Like, you don't need to be having a fight with the family or discussing anything with the family. Like, who effing cares? I don't care.
Right.
If someone is like, some like uncle or aunt is upset with me, I'm not gonna go talk to them. I don't care.
Right.
Like, all I care is about the relationship that I have with my girlfriend.
Right. Exactly. And but the family. Here's the thing. But I want to say, Tony's like, welcome to the world of relationships. Because when you get into a relationship with someone, you don't only have to deal with your crazy family. Now you got to deal with their family issues. So it's like a whole other thing. So I'd be surprised if you didn't have this issue, because there's always someone in the partner's family that like kind of bugs you. And it can cause a lot of unnecessary strain in the relationship. So the thing that you have to do is, Tony, first of all, she's your girlfriend. You're not married. You don't have kids. You don't have to go to every single family function just because she wants you to. That's one thing. The next thing is, families don't change. Your parents aren't going to change. Her family's not going to change. So what you need to do is change your expectations of a family. Don't go into it thinking, oh, this year it's going to be great. I'm going to bond with the uncle. No, he's still going to be the same drunk jerk that he was every year. So your expectations need to change and limit the, so just be like, this is how it's going to be. limit the time that you see them and set boundaries. Again, you don't have to attend every event. I have a friend who's been married for 15 years. Her thing with the in-law, that's their biggest strife, is her husband's family makes her crazy. Finally, she's like, you know what? I'm not doing the 6 days of Christmas. Like they want to do like pre-Christmas, post-Christmas. She's like, I'm not freaking doing that. And this is the first year she's like, I had the best Christmas ever. Because she said no to the Christmas run and the family does like the whole thing. And she feels so much better because she's like, because a lot of us, we want to please our partner. We want things to run smoothly. We want to do the right thing. But being with their family 24/7 isn't necessarily the right thing to do. So you're not married. And
also, just think about it. Like, if somebody in the family has a crappy comment towards you, like, how does that really affect you?
Right.
Do you really care that much? Who cares?
Yeah, I have a feeling Tony probably has issues with a lot of people in his life.
No,
I mean, if he's...
Yeah, but I totally understand that with, you... When you're dating somebody, you do have to you deal with like so many different personalities, attached to that when you're meeting her family or, hanging out with her family.
Absolutely. No, Tony, I don't mean you have issues. I just mean that that's a really good point, Menace, that you said that why is he letting it get to him?
Yeah.
And if you just smile, turn away, you're like, there's the grandma in the living room. I'm going into the kitchen. You can avoid it. You can just be high, smile, and let it roll off your shoulders.
People might say, just talk it out. But people don't change no matter what.
No one ever changes.
Sorry.
I mean, unless they want to change. And that's amazing. But you're never going to make anyone change, Tony. So I would just say, I think that you just got to, change your expectations. I don't mean to say you have issues with everyone. But the fact that he lets him get under her skin probably means that he just really wants the relationship to work with the girlfriend. And she also might have a part in this because she might be putting undue pressure on him. She might be saying, I need you here, I need you here. And you know what? You're allowed to say, I'm going to go to 2 out of 4 of those.
And again, if there's any issues, you talk it out with her. That's what I think.
Okay. Yeah, I think so too. People got to talk about everything. So we talk about communication. It's a lubrication.
Your favorite line?
It is my favorite line, and it's going to be my tombstone. Even though I'm dead.
Good.
Don't talk to me when I'm dead, but it is going to say communication is a lubrication.
I'll write
People,
it on
don't
there
you
if it's
forget.
not.
Would you visit me?
Yeah,
I'm just
of
gonna.
course.
I just want my dust, spread all
Okay.
over.
All over
I don't know. I was thinking like the Golden Gate Bridge or something, but I really don't care.
No.
I don't want anyone to visit me and be like, oh, I didn't bring her flowers, whatever. Just like have a good picture of me. Listen to my podcast. I've done 2,000 podcasts. Just listen to those and miss me. And
I'll chop up your voice to say whatever.
You would do that, wouldn't
yeah.
you? You just would say all the shit you'd want to say to me all these years that you haven't said. That'd be so sweet.
Yeah, I'll make sure I'll like spread your dust at the Hustler Club or something.
Would you the Hustler Club? That's really what I want. Larry Flint would stand up and have a moment of silence for me.
Yeah.
My parents would be really, really proud.
Yeah.
Just need a moment of silence for that depressing moment. Okay. Hi, Emily. I would love your advice. 3 years ago, I found out that my husband was having an affair with one of his coworkers. This had been going on for 3 years, and I had no idea. When I found out, he told me it wasn't an affair, as they never had sex, only oral, and had exchanged photos of each other. I was completely gutted as I thought we had an outstanding sex life and relationship. I've forgiven him, but I still feel unsure and vulnerable at times.
Oh, great.
We own a company together. He's the boss and deals with men and women. He's close relationship with his safety officer as she is female, and at times I feel threatened as they spend many hours together. Am I being a jealous wife, or should I be on my guard? Regards,
I mean, if there's a history,
Anonymous.
then unfortunately you're going to be on your guard for the rest of your life. That's what sucks.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, you made the decision. You're going to stick with your husband and forgive him. But forgiveness doesn't come just because you in your mind decide you're going to forgive him. Forgiving someone and rebuilding trust takes work.
Yeah.
And the kind of work I mean is marriage counseling, therapy, time, talking about it. And if you just said, I forgive you, and you've moved on and 3 years have gone by and the same issues are flaring up again, you haven't done your work. So I think it's totally normal for you to feel scared and threatened in this situation because it mimics what just happened to you 3 years ago. So you got to talk to him about it and share your feelings. And I know you're probably thinking, oh, but he thinks I never let it go. Well, you know what? Because you probably haven't let it go because you guys haven't worked on it together. I'm assuming you haven't gone into therapy together and worked on it because this wouldn't be an issue that you're emailing me about. You would already say, okay, babe, you'd have the language. Because what happens in therapy, I don't know, people think like therapy is like I'm telling them to go to surgery or something, getting their like heart removed.
Yeah.
No, I'm telling you that therapy is like the best work that you could do as a couple. And I do believe that every couple needs it at some point because you'll learn how to communicate with each other in the right language so these same things don't happen over and over again. So, for example, when you first found out that he started spending time with this safety officer, what is she, like a police officer? Was she like
maybe.
a safety belt? Whatever. Okay, cool. So you would have been like, hey, babe, this, you'd have words. You'd say, so this is triggering my feelings of insecurity or whatever. And then you talk about it like the first time it happened. But now it's been a few months. So I'm saying if you really want to rebuild and you want to trust him, you need to find a therapist. And it's not the hardest thing in the world, and it's not going to kill you. It's going to make you stronger.
Have fun with that.
What, therapy?
No, just like...
Dude, you need therapy. Have you ever had it?
Me? Believe me, you need the therapy.
Dude, I've had therapy my entire life.
I know.
I've gone to therapy more than I've gone anywhere else on the planet.
You've been going to therapy since you were like a kid, right?
10. No, but I haven't gone in for years. But I'm going to go back. I love therapy. Therapy is a lifelong process. It doesn't have to be a beginning and an end. You can go for 3 years. You can stop for 5, go back, and different points in your life. You have different issues that come up in your life, so it's always good to go. And like the truth is that sometimes the best time to go to therapy is when you're not having a crisis, when you're not in crisis, and when you just kind of want to work on things.
All right, fine.
So you could go if you want me to give you some names.
I don't understand why you think I need therapy. You're just throwing that out there.
No, I don't think you do. I mean, I think everyone does. Because you know why? I think everyone needs it. Because just like how you go to the doctor for a checkup, you go to the dentist to clean your teeth, it just might be good to have someone objective to go and, talk to about some issues that have been floating around your head. Because the issues that we have, the struggles that we have, whatever our insecurities are, our fears that hold us back, they don't change over a lifetime unless you work on them and you learn how to deal with them. So you're not going to change your relationship to whatever issues you have unless you go talk about it with someone. That's all I'm saying. So those are my words for the new year. Everyone go to therapy and have lots of sex. Anything else, Menace?
No, just make sure you follow the show on Twitter, Instagram. I'm trying to think of what would be the best one. There's this new one that I want to suggest. We'll mention it next. The next podcast where I want you to sign up and be on social media.
Why teasing?
Huh?
Okay.
Well, I don't want to give it out. I don't want to give it out.
So okay, fine. Okay, now they got to listen to the next show. Listen to the next show. Okay.
They might take your username.
Yeah, don't take my username. Shit, I'm so glad we didn't talk about that. Okay, here's the deal. So come see me this weekend. It's 17th and 18th in Los Angeles at the Sexual Health Expo because I'm giving a keynote that's going to change your life after I write it, which I'm going to figure out this weekend. No, it's going to be really cool, all that stuff going on. And also follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Oh, you know what they could do, Menace? Because you suggested this, and it was a really great idea.
All right.
That if you are on iTunes and you download my podcast and you like it, you might want to review it. Just say, hey, I love it. Give me a star, too. Let me know what you like and don't like. And also, don't forget to check out our survey that we're sending out and let us know what you love about the show and how we can make it better in 2015. So, thanks, everyone, for listening. Was it good for you? Email me, feedback@sexwithemily.com. Hey, everyone. Thanks for listening to the show. I love being able to help you have the sex life and relationships you deserve. And let me tell you all about Promescent, which will help you have the best sex life in your life. 1 in 3 men suffers from premature ejaculation. But you know what? You really don't have to. In fact, you might not even suffer technically from premature ejaculation. You just might want to last a little longer in bed. You might last 4 minutes and you want to last 8. Promescent is the only FDA-approved treatment for lasting longer in bed. It closes the arousal gap. Men and women, men take 2 minutes, between 2 and 4 minutes to orgasm. Women need, sometimes between 18 and 40 minutes. So if you would like that gap to close and actually have both of you have orgasms, you should try Promescent. It's a delay spray. Helps you last twice as long. That's promescent.com, Promescent. And check it out, promescent.com. Thanks for listening.